Hello and welcome back everyone. In this last video in this chapter, we're going to discuss what it means when a business sets itself the target or the objective of business growth. Okay? When we talk about business growth, there are two types, internal and external. And in this video, we'll be particularly focusing on the internal growth. So throughout the chapter, we have established an understanding of what the different sizes of business are, and it's logical for all businesses to want to grow into larger businesses. It's a natural progression because by being a large business, you get all the benefits of economies of scale, specialist managers, variety of products, and all the things that we've already discussed in the previous videos. Now, the word that keeps coming up in this chapter is growth. Right? And whenever you hear the term growth, first of all, growth is a viable business objective. Okay, it's something that the whole company can actually get together and work towards, and that's something that we will look at in the next chapter called business objectives. But at this point, it's important to understand what growth actually means for a business. And when you talk about growth, it simply means having more resources within the organization. Okay, now think about it. If you have more labor, if you have more capital, if you have more enterprise, if you have more land, what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of greater ability to produce goods and services. To have more factories, to bring in more workers would increase your ability to cater to more types of people. And that's something that all businesses want, to have a wholesome business which allows you to cater to each and every customer's need. And that would only come if you have more resources and more variety to bring more choices to the consumers. Now, there are two types of growth, two ways of achieving it. And in this video, we'll be looking at one of them called internal growth. And when you hear the term internal growth, it simply means that company wants to expand on its current operations. Okay, what that means is they're not going to innovate, they're not going to bring in new types of equipment, go out and conduct research to make a new kind of brand. What they're going to do is basically multiply what they've already been doing before. So let's say I have an ice cream shop. I open another ice cream shop. That would be an example of internal growth. Nothing being brought in from outside, no outside idea, no outside money. As long as you're using your own finances, ideally. Okay, now internal growth obviously means you're using sources of finance from within the organization. And when we talk about internal sources, you're looking at your internal profits, what we know as retained earnings, which of course we will look at in more detail in finance. But internal growth is ideally sponsored from your own money. You're not looking for outside help. But yes, you know that some businesses will struggle to find all the money from its own operations. So at some point, the ability to grow from their internal sources will be limited, which will mean that internal growth can be slow. Okay, now not a lot of money is left in the business at the end of a financial year because the shareholders would want to take all the profit as dividends for their returns on investment. And for that purpose, there'll be very little amount left in the business for reinvestment. And because only small amounts, in comparison, of course, are kept in the business as retained profit, you won't have a lot to spend on this expansion plan. So slow growth is a characteristic of internal growth.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover. At Alt Academy, we break down every A-level concept with the same level of clarity. Now, let's continue.
Another thing, that internal growth is also known as organic growth. Okay, it's just another term given for it. Often in your exams, you may be tested through this terminology. So if you hear organic growth, as you know what organic means, from within, by itself. So when the company grows from within, by itself, we call it organic growth. And what organic growth does for a business is that it sends a signal to all the stakeholders of the organization. Okay, let's say again the ice cream shop example. If I multiply the number of branches I have, I will need more labor, so my employees would be interested. My customers will have more places to go enjoy my lovely ice cream. that means my customers will be interested. My owners will be interested in knowing how much investment they need to put in and how much profit they'll be expecting at the end of it. So the owners are interested. So each stakeholder has an interest in knowing when a business is growing and how it affects their purposes. Think of a supplier, for example. If I'm an ice cream shop, I will need milk and other things from the supplier. And the more shops I have, the more sales for the supplier. So every stakeholder is looking for signs of growth, which means they have more, the business will have more to offer to each of the stakeholders. So internal growth, just ways of increasing the ability of the business to produce goods and services and sticking to what they know, what they're good at, and simply multiplying that ability. That is called internal growth. So in the end, I would just like to conclude by saying that yes, business growth is a viable option for a business. And yes, it will always be desirable for small businesses to go out and be bigger and have more resources to cater to more customers. But it will require a lot of things to be in unison, to be at the right frequency, to be aligned with one another before a company can look towards growth as an objective. Okay, we have already discussed that you need lots of finance. So rain of money is what you need. Of course, land would be needed. You will need your labor to show what they are capable of doing. But what really is important at this point is to combine all your workers to believe in it. That's the first thing. And apply. Meaning whatever objectives been set in front of them, they must understand what their role is in achieving the overall objective of business growth. And that's exactly what we will look at in the next chapter. Thank you.
Now that that's taken care of, head on over to altacademy.org to watch the rest of our A-Levels business videos. Over 60,000 students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?